So 5 years ago, I posted my first video to YouTube. It was a really bad drawing of Junk Synchron, and though I thought it was pretty bad, I did it anyway because I thought it was fun. But somebody else liked it enough to hire me for a job. It was a small commission job, and it took me like 4 days to complete it, and it was like $25. But it didn't bother me because at the time, you have to understand, at the time, I hadn't really considered being an artist as a career. I just found that I did like drawing, and I had recently left my old career as a mechanic, and not a job, it was a career. I was making good money, and I had that money saved up, and I had it to fall back on, when I started doing whatever was going to be next. And it just so happened that it was, art. And eventually, I just, as long as I kept on posting the commission work that I was doing in the form of videos on YouTube, it allowed me to get more and more and more work. But that only happened because I kept posting on here. YouTube has been such an integral part to my career and my growth as an artist. I will always have a presence here. It will always take precedence over other social media for me. A lot of people, they're big on Instagram, but YouTube comes secondary. Maybe they're shy in front of the video or the microphone, or they don't like drawing live because, let's face it, some people can't. That's not me. I will always have a presence on here, and the people on this channel who have been around since like the beginning, or maybe you came in during the big Pokemon project, I really appreciate it, and I'm not going anywhere. This is my main hub for my art. YouTube is. So I was doing commission work for a little bit, and I realized, oh man, I can make some real money doing this. So I was pumping out commission after commission real quick, and then I realized the quality of the work was very subpar, and I didn't want to put my name on that. So I slowed down on the amount of commissions I was doing. I started focusing up, wanting to improve my work, and eventually I went to an anime convention where I saw a guy named Hyper Booster. He's still doing conventions now, and I just asked him a few questions and found out the guy was just traveling the world on his own terms, selling his artwork. Something that he created out of nothing is enough to fuel living your life the way you want to live it, if you work hard enough. And to me, that was a big turning point, because I was like, okay, this is where I'm going to get into the convention circuit, and I'm going to try to make money. So I did my best to kind of improve, and I made, I was producing single character pinup fan art stuff, and I tried selling it at a few conventions, and it didn't work out. I was not making money. So I thought, the convention circuit's probably not for me. And so I went ahead and was like, okay, I have to be more passion. There has to be more passion in my work. My biggest passion project was in 2015 when I did the big Pokemon project. And that drawing literally changed my entire fucking life. It brought in so much money, and it funded my ability to go to all these conventions and learn. Now, the thing that I notice, and maybe I talk about this in my Artist Alley vlogs, I can't remember. The thing I notice is a lot of other artists who go to the conventions, they're either there for money, which is good. You need to chase the money because money buys you freedom to work on whatever it is you want to work on. They're either there just for the money, or God knows what they're there for. They're there to network. I'm there for me. I walk around and I look at what other artists are doing. I pay attention to what's being sold. I look at, the styles that are going around. And that's not new. Back in 2013, back when my thirst for the conventions was really ramping up, I went to Anime Expo with a group of my friends, and I walked around with a sketchbook, or not a sketchbook, a notebook. I walked around with a notebook, and I literally spent the 4 days of Anime Expo walking around the Artist Alley with that notebook, and I was straight up writing down what every fucking person was doing. like a fucking creep. And I studied it. And I was just like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is not what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to set everything up. And even with all that information, I still had trouble getting my Artist Alley stuff to work. But it was a good starting point. I did my research. And I'm still doing that now. Just a little more low-key. I'm not walking around with a sketchbook anymore, or a notebook anymore, and writing down people's business, but I'm noting it up here. If you ever see me at your table and I say hi, I'm doing something else too, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, the Pokemon project, the League project, the Overwatch project more recently, and then moving my fan art to all original art. Those are all steps that were very important. But you could see my progression on YouTube. You could see my progression on my Artist Alley vlogs. There's a reason I'm documenting that stuff. I'm not just telling you guys which conventions will be helpful to you. I'm reminding myself about the shit that I had to learn and go through. Because in 10 years from now, those things that's documentation. 10 years from now, that shit's going to be really important for me to look back on and learn. And maybe it's important for you guys too. So basically what I'm saying is everything that's happened in my life up to now that I can fucking control every aspect of my life right now, well, for the most part, is because I put myself out there, and it was really all started because of YouTube. And I may not be the biggest YouTuber, but I'm at this point where I just enjoy it so much, and it's so part of what I do that I just don't give a shit anymore. So when I'm on these live streams and I read all the comments about people wanting to start, they don't know how to start, they're too nervous, they're too scared. The thing is, you're never going to feel ready. I also don't feel ready. I just give less shits than you do. Because once you start posting online more and more and more, I promise you, your give a shit meter is going to go way down, and you're just going to post what you want. And that's fucking freedom. And that's rare. And that's what you should be chasing. So, yeah, put yourself out there. You never know what the fuck's going to happen. Just put yourself out there, really, really try and improve your art in terms of like its technical skill. And, just fucking draw hard, and you never know. You never know what your life's going to be. So it's been 5 years, and it's been fucking great. So, well, it's been rough, but it's starting to turn great. So thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or you want like advice or something, I think I'm at this point where I can give fair advice now. Yeah, I've been waiting for this day. For me to actually think I have enough experience to give you some advice. Yeah, I'm down for that. So if I can help you, I will. So thanks for watching. I will see you guys with a new video tomorrow. Thank you.